So now in this part of our tutorial, we're going to see how we can output something in JavaScript in order to check if you have learned our Python tutorials and followed along with it, you can actually understand that it's just the same as printing out something on Python, but here we have different methods because we have HTML and we can print out something on the HTML, or we can use console.log, or we can use document.write. Also, we can use alerts. So first of all, I'm going to get us started by using the document.write. So here, as you can see, I'm going to calculate something. So in the h1 tag, I've written calculating stuff, and in the paragraph tag, I've written let's calculate. And here inside of the script, we're going to use document.write, and this is going to write something, the result of something inside of the HTML elements. So the document.write is going to put something outside. Also notice that if you want to use the button tag, never use document.write inside of it. Anyway, we'll explain that later, but for now let's save the code and get into the directory of our code. Let me open it up with the Google Chrome as always, and here as you can see, calculating stuff. Let's calculate, and here the result plus 4 is 15, and as you can see, the result is printed out. So in this way, we can use the document.write in order to print out the result of something inside of the parentheses. Here, as you can see, we have the parentheses here, and we have the document.write. You can write anything else as far as you want, and you can write a string, you can write anything you wish. And this is some kind of testing of your code in JavaScript. However, you can also use another method, which is console.log, and this is one of the most famous one between the among the developers of JavaScript. So console.log, and here you can write 11 plus 4, and let's see what happens here. So let's save the code and open up our HTML document. Okay, so output.html, and here it won't print out 15 for us, but it's really is going on, and what is being printed out, I can use inspect elements, and by using the inspect elements or inspect, we're going to see the results of the console. So here we have a console, and as you can see, the result has been printed out, which is 15. So here inside of the Google Chrome, or inside most of the browsers, you have a console. In order to open up that console, you can use the right control and then open the console. Also, you have the elements. So you can see your codes right about here, and when you go onto the code, the body, you can see the calculate stuff and calculate. If you go onto the h1 tag, you will see the calculating stuff. And if you have followed along with the tutorials about HTML and CSS, you must be familiar with all of these tags and how to see them inside of the inspect elements on Google Chrome. But if you didn't know that, now you can use this console.log in order to see the result that you want and have it somewhere hidden instead of showing it on the main page. So this is mostly used for testing and not showing up. But if you want to also show it up on the elements of your HTML and see the results of your JavaScript code, you can simply use document.write, which was our previous method. Now let's see another method. I'm going to create a new file and call it output2.html. And here I'm going to paste in another method. So here we have calculating stuff, and let's calculate. But here we are going to put a button here, and once the button is pressed, we will see the result 5 plus 6. So let's see if this one actually works. And you can save this document and see if this one works the same way. So we can press try it, and then everything will be rewritten in all of the elements will be deleted, and then we'll have 11. So this is good somehow for some circumstances, but generally notice that it's going to delete all of the HTML elements, and then it will only show the one that you're looking for, only the result that you want. And this is not very useful, I think, in most of the circumstances, but I wanted to show you this because once you put it here on the button, click button here, and then write it inside of the HTML codes or tags, and do not put it inside of the script, it will delete all of the HTML documents and the HTML tags and the elements inside of your page. But here, as you can see, we've written the document.write somewhere around here. I should also press Ctrl Z probably. So okay, here we've got the document.write 11 plus 4, and here, because it's inside of the scripts tags, it's not gonna delete all of the other HTML elements. But here inside the output2.html, you will see that once we write the document.write inside of that, we will not have the other elements anymore. Anyway, and the next method here is, so let me create a new file, output3.html, and inside of it we can have the alert. An alert is a kind of a pop-up message that comes on the top of the window of your browser, and it shows something. For example, it shows that you want to connect, you want to block the website, and so on. And here we're going to use it in order to just show us something that we've written in JavaScript. So here let me just use this output code, exactly the same one, and let me copy that, paste it inside of here, and instead of the scripts we can write window.alert, and then we can write the kind of calculation that we're looking for. So 11 plus 4, the same as before, and let's see what we have here. Also notice that instead of using the window, we can directly write alert and use 11 plus 4. And because of the reason we do that, because window is a global variable, and if you do not even write window, notice that it has been defined before, so you do not need to write window.alert. Anyway, let's save this and see what happens once we open up output. Okay, as you can see here, we have this page says 15, and once we press OK, we will have other HTML elements. So first of all, we get the message and then the alert, and then we will see the other elements inside of our HTML. So here, first of all, this happens, this alert comes up or pops up, and then we will see these elements. And so using all of these outputs gives us some kind of capabilities. First of all, we had document.write, then we tried it with the button, and we saw that all of these other elements haven't disappeared. We also tested the console.log, and here we have alert as well, which appears beforehand, and then we will be able to see other elements and tags. Okay, anyway, that's it for showing and outputting the results that we're writing in JavaScript. And in the next videos, I'm going to start with the main JavaScript tutorials, because up to now we've been talking about where to write JavaScript and how to output the result. But from now on, we're going to focus on how to write JavaScript codes.